All right,
Let's
now
do Spawn Night
I'm
here.
just looking to the left here, and I'm going to say, are you the director of the film?
I'm the director.
Yes, get really close to the microphones.
And headphones, if you would.
If you headphones might help you as well. And Andrew on, and I recognize you from the movie as the mother. No?
Yes.
Yes,
Hi.
the mother, and you are who?
Haerry Kim.
Nice to meet you. I thought you gave a terrific performance as the mother.
Thank you.
The young man, David, your son, terrific. And I mean, the movie is essentially about David. It's Spa Night.
Right.
But I thought the performances, Andrew, were all spot on.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
that was the.
Well, tell us what it was about first.
Well, let's have Andrew tell us what Spa Night
Yeah.
is about. It's a young man trying to find himself in America. He's American. His parents are Korean. But you talk about it.
Sure, yeah. So Spawnhead is about a Korean American immigrant family living in Los Angeles, and each member of the family is trying to kind of balance their own personal desires with a sense of tradition and responsibility to their family. So Young and Jin, the parents, they have a son, David, who is a young Korean American man, and he's trying to help out his parents by taking a job at a Korean spa to help pay the bills. And then while he's at the spa, he discovers that there's this world of underground gay sex that kind of scares but also excites him.
Yeah, there are little hints of it at first in the movie where his mother is saying, when you get married and, it'll be wonderful. And you can see this look on his face like, I don't really have any interest in that. But but he doesn't say it.
Well, that's a question. Does David know that he's gay at the beginning of the film, or does he just discover it?
Right, that's a really interesting question. I think, for David, I think there's a little bit of denial and really the journey of David for the film is this kind of self-awareness and acceptance that he starts to become his own person, and it's a journey not just for his sexuality but also just kind of as a human being.
I thought that the whole, that really is the crux of the film, but it is all of those subtexts of responsibility to family, which you mentioned. He is more interested, he's not that interested in going to college, which his parents, and we find parents, especially immigrant parents, are just like, college.
Yeah.
And he's sort of not that crazy about the idea of college.
Yeah, I think it's something interesting, especially when you're talking about the Asian American community. Everybody thinks, it's like it's tiger parents, and then like these kids go to Harvard, and the truth of the matter is that that's not the entire community.
No, and his parents are not tiger parents, really. They are very desirous that he go to college, but they're not mean about it or anything. His mother's so sweet, and the father. Part of it is they lose their business, and the father. That's a great performance by whoever played Jin, because he goes from being sort of solid to being kind of this doddering, ineffectual human being because he's lost his business.
That kind of defined him as a man.
Yeah.
I see.
And I think that there's a lot to in the way that David is kind of growing up. His parents are also going through a transition, so, they find themselves at this point in their life where, they're not just parents, they're, they want to be grandparents and,
No, not going to happen. No.
But I think it was something that I really wanted to play with in this film was that, these aren't mean people, like these parents aren't overbearing or, going to be, throw David out of the house. Like, really, actually, what makes David's kind of journey more difficult is the fact that So Young and Jin are so caring, and they really love their son, and they want so much for him.
That was what was beautiful about the script when I first read it, because not only the main character, but everybody in the film actually transforms throughout the film. So just to see the characters change.
They do.
Yeah, and that was very interesting, and I was like, I really want to play this part.
You know,
I
it's,
was very glad. Very
and
happy about
it's
that.
great too because in the film you look like you could be somebody's mother, and seeing you here, you don't look like. You know what I mean? You don't. You sort of don't look like you would have a son that old. you know?
Yeah. I don't have any child.
Well, there you go. Now, I want to say one thing about David's performance, and maybe you will agree with this or not, but he's able to let you know a whole lot about what's going on with him without doing anything. His performance is very impassive most of the time. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's an interesting.
But it works, you know.
Right. I think that's part of the character is that he's so observant and he's a little bit kind of hesitant, but he's actively observant, you know. And that was something that our actor Joe Suh, who's coming in later tonight into Park City, he just has that kind of natural quality to him, and he had a kind of youthfulness about his. Not just his looks, but his soul felt young, and I knew immediately that he was the one that we needed to cast for that role.
Let's just quickly. We'll have to wrap it up here, but let me ask you. Now the movie is Spa Night. Other films you've worked on? Is this your first feature? What are some of the?
Yeah, this is my first feature. I was here at the festival in 2012 with a short film. You guys interviewed me.
That's right.
Did we?
I was going to say, I recognize
What was
it.
the film?
It's called Dole First Birthday.
Yes.
It was in-
Oh, I remember that.
yeah,
Mhm.
Shorts Program 4. But it's such a different experience. Even I arrived 2 days ago, and just these past 2 days, it's a whole nother ball game for a feature.
Yeah, it is. It's like you've hit the big time.
And you're in the U.S. dramatic competition.
It's cool. It's really cool. I'm so glad that a Korean American film, where there's dialogue in Korean, can be an American film. It's a U.S. dramatic
It is.
competition film.
It's very American in a lot of ways. I mean, it's just so interesting to. And again, David is an American, but his parents are not really. I mean, it's.
Did you shoot in Koreatown?
We shot Koreatown, Los Angeles.
So much good food.
Yeah, no, it's delicious. We shot at so many restaurants, and the actors had to eat so much. I felt so.
I'll bet.
And nice spa.
Yeah, and then there's spa time.
I want to go to that spa. Not
Are you
because
curious?
No, I would just ignore that part of it, which you do.
No, like David, he may have an awakening. Yeah.
No, it's too old for that kind of an awakening. I'm too old for that.
I will probably recognize a lot of the restaurants that you shot in. I've been to Koreatown quite a bit and eaten soju. I love soju.
Yeah.
Anyway, great to have you here. Nice to see you again. Pleasure to
be
meet you. You were terrific as
Thank you.
David's mother. And our compliments to David when you see him, and to Jin, the father. He was really also great.
Thank you.
It was almost a comic part of his performance too.
He's a little chaplain-y.
Yeah,
He's cool.
Yeah.
You get a chance to see that on Sunday, the 24th at 3:15 at the Library Center. Then down at the Tower Monday night at 9 p.m. Then the Egyptian Theater on Tuesday the 26th at 8:30 in the morning. The Eccles Theater Friday the 29th at 12:15 in the afternoon. And then at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 30th at the Redstone Cinema.
It's Spa Night. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.